our co-writer. Big hand for Pat M, everyone. Pat M, you're at
My parents, clever people. They wanted to be able to speak in front of us without us knowing what they were going to say. But they didn't speak a second language, so they invented one. It was called ARP. The way you spoke ARP is you put the sound ARP right before the first vowel of any word. So if they were going to say pizza for dinner, they'd say par pizza, par board, dar dinner. Does that work? They can speak this as fast as regular communicate open and honestly with your children English. Then they hit a few rocky years. And I was too young at the time to understand exactly what curse words were. But I picked up on the sentiment when my mom called my dad a fart-bucking fart-failure. And he yelled back, well, you're just a fart-bitched fart-bitch. And that is how I became the first kid for the exact same reason, got sent to speech therapy and detention. Now, my parents had several lies going. One lie that I was perfectly okay with was Santa Claus. Because when I found out that guy was bullshit, I was perfectly alright. I still got presents. See how that works? Presents. They fix lies. Like if my girlfriend sat me down and handed me a nice gift wrap present, and I read the card, it said, Pat, you know I care about you. Here's this new iPhone. Thought you'd like it. Also, I've been cheating on you. Still up on iPhone. Everyone has their ailments, maybe a bum knee or collapsed veins. I don't know, I don't judge. But I have something called blepharitis. It makes my eyes a little bit itchier. Millions of people have this. It's actually really common. But there is no cure, no foundation, no research, nothing. And I think I know the problem. It's the name, blepharitis. It just doesn't pop like AIDS, does it?
Oh my god.
So, you ever notice when someone gets back from vacation, one of the first things they want to tell you about is the flight, especially if it was really, really bad. They'll be like, yeah, the beaches were great. Fuck, let me tell you about this flight. The overhead bins were full. We had to check our bags. I don't even want to say this part. We had to sit near the back. And halfway through the flight, someone pooped. I'm what you might call Greyhound poor, so my standards are a little lower. First time I rode a Greyhound, I got in Des Moines, Iowa. I was going back to Chicago. I sat on the bus. First thing I noticed is the smell. It smelled like whiskey and sweat. Then I looked around. It looked like it smelled like whiskey and sweat. I felt like a 19th century industrialist going through the slums for the first time, thinking, my God, how did this happen? Why didn't anyone tell me? They were eating beans out of cans. Everyone was coughing. Typhoid was just in the air. I saw a soot-covered child run across the aisle, probably on his way to work. I'm like, alright, I got my seat. So I walk down the aisle, I find a seat next to this guy, about my age, he looked alright. So the bus gets going, we start talking, it's a long guy. And I'm like, so where are you going? He's like, well, I'm going from Portland, Oregon to Portland, Maine. And I thought that was funny, so I'm like, why are you switching Portlands? And he looked me dead in the eye, as serious as AIDS. And he said, destiny. He said, the sun god guides me. I'm like, oh, destiny. Oh, the sun god. So he must have seen my dismay, so he slowly lifted up his pant leg and he said, don't worry. And he showed me a huge pioneer scalping knife. So don't worry. The sun protects its warriors. So no, I don't care if someone poops on a plane. Thanks guys, this was fun.